Good morning. I am Dr. P.M. Shanthi, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Information Technology, JJ College of Arts and Science, Puzhikode. Now we have to discuss about big data analytics. That is, things known as assumed as facts, making the basis of reasoning or calculations. Example of data are weights, prices, cost, numbers of items sold, employee names, product names, address, and marks, images, sounds, and animated data. Example, texted document, which consists of string of alphanumeric characters. The most common of digital data is modern information system is covering data which is represented by a string of binary digit. By each of binary digits, two values 0 or 1. There are three different types of digital data is available. First one is the unstructured data, second one semi-structured data, and the third one structured data. In this figure represents the classification of digital data. The classification of digital data, it will be used for structured data, semi-structured data, and unstructured data. This figure represents the distribution of digital data. 80% of data we can use for unstructured data, and 10% of data we can use for semi-structured data, and the remaining 10% we can use for structured data. Next one, unstructured data. Unstructured data means which does not conform to a data model. That is, we can't form any scheme for us a data which can be used easily by a computer program. So 80 to 90% of data of an organization is in the format. Example, we can use it for memos, chat rooms, PowerPoint presentation, images, videos, letters, researches, white papers, and body of email. Unstructured data does not conform to any predefined data model. There are two reasons we can use it for unstructured data, issues with unstructured data, and how to deal with the unstructured data. Issues with unstructured data. Before that, you can study for sources of unstructured data. Unstructured data. So few examples of unstructured data, that is Twitter messages, Facebook posts, log files. There are so many ways we have to collect the data, web pages, images, issues with the unstructured data. Unstructured data is not known conform to a predefined data model or be organized in the predefined. There are incidents wherein the structure of data can still be implied. The issues with the terminology of unstructured data, structure can be implied despite not being formally defined. We can't given any specific format. And the second one, data with some structure may still be labeled unstructured in the structure does not help with the processing task at the hand, and then data may have some structure or may even be highly structured in ways that are unanticipated or are unannounced. The next one, unstructured information management architecture, that is UIMK. It is an open source platform from IBM. It is used for real-time context analytics. It is about processing text and other unstructured data to find latest meaning and a relevant relationship. Next one, semi-structured data. Semi-structured data is also referred to as self-describing structure. That is the characteristics of data, semi-structured data, inconsistent structure, self-describing, that is label or value pass. And the third one, often schema information is blended with a data value. Data object may have different attributes not known beforehand. There is no separation between the data and the schema. The semi-structured data entities belong to the same classes, also grouped together, need not necessarily have the same set of attributes. So, the sources of semi-structured data we can form of frontiers of XML and JSON. That is, XML is a extensible markup language and other markup languages, and then JSON is nothing but JavaScript object notation. It is used to transmit data between the server and a web application. JSON is popularized by web services developed utilizing the representational state transfer, that is we can give one for REST, that is representational state transfer, an architecture style for creating scalable web services. Example, sample records in the employee table. So you can create any one employee table. You can give one for employee number, employee designation, employee name, and then department number, and then contact number. All the entities are necessary. Each record in the table they have a same structure. That is how we have to given for rows and a column. The next one we have used for sources of structured data. That is, we have to collect all the data in the databases, Oracle, DB2, Teradata, MySQL, and then spreadsheet, online transaction processing system. Structured data, we have to mention the define the form of a model. The structured data we can mention the rows and the columns. Rows and the columns we can given, you can create a table for employee table you have to create it. You can need the data for employee number, employee name, designation, contact number, everything we have to given. And then another table you have to create it for department, that is you can given for the department ID, department name, and then which company, everything you have to mention. So the relationship between the employee and a department tables. Employee name you have to given for employee number, employee name, designation, department number, and then contact number. So in the department number, it will be connected to the department table. The department table you have a department number, department name, department location, department employees, same all the details you got to given. And then another one, we have to collect the data for the Oracle, DB2, MongoDB, spreadsheets, online transaction processing. So in the online transaction processing, we have to given for the data on the quietly structured format. So the RDBMS conforms to the relational data model where the data is stored in the rows and the column. A relational or table with the rows and columns. You can given for column 1, column 2 up to column 8, and then rows also we have to given for rows, row 1, row 2, and then up to row n. So we have to mention, you can given for us the schema of the model, the employee table. You can given for column name, data type, constraints. The three columns you have to mention. Column name you can given for employee number, employee name, and then designation, I department number, and then contact number. Everything we have to given. And then constraints you can given for us keys, primary key or foreign key you have to given. And then another one, data type, all the column name you have mentioned, their character or number, whatever it is you have to mention on that red table. And then another one, we can given for us online transaction processing. We can use it for us insert, the update, delete command, we have to use it. And then fully security of the system. And then you have used it for the indexing, scalability. And the next one is a transaction processing. We have used it for as a acid property, that is atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. So in this class we have to discuss about for what is by data, and then digital data, types of digital data, that is the unstructured data, semi-structured data, structured data, everything you have to discuss in this class. Thank you.